Greetings, Algo artisans. The DOJ indicts Kucoin. Is their native currency, KCS, dead or on sale? We're going to get into that right now. Okay, so there's a great article on the block, and it says here, crypto exchange Kucoin laundered $9 billion, flouted anti-money laundering laws, DOJ indictment. And this came out yesterday, and we're going to take a look at the effect of this on the charts, and we're going to determine, using some other data from another similar situation, whether or not KCS is possibly a good thing to buy or not. So let's see here. It says the Commodity Futures Trading Commission also filed a parallel civil action on Tuesday against Kucoin, the DOJ said. Department of Justice lodged charges against crypto exchange Kucoin and two of its founders, alleging they have violated anti-money laundering laws. Anti-money, having a hard time with that one today. The DOJ unveiled the indictment on Tuesday against Kucoin and two of its founders, Chen Gan and K Tang, over charges related to operating an unlicensed money transmitting business and violating the Bank Secrecy Act. The department says the exchange failed to maintain an adequate anti-money laundering program and failed to have reasonable procedures in place to confirm customers' identities, and also failed to file suspicious activity reports. The indictment said the Kucoin deliberately avoided U.S. AML and KYC regulations by falsely representing that it had no U.S. customers when, in truth, Kucoin had a substantial U.S. customer base. Government claims Kucoin allowed its platform to be used for laundering over $9 billion. Okay, so of course they're going to go through the quotes from DOJ. CFTC also filed a parallel civil action. We know that. Kucoin directed the block to its post on X. Kucoin is operating well. The assets of our users are absolutely safe. We are aware of the related reports and are currently investigating details. It says here, while we're working on it, the platform is unaffected and operating normally as usual. Your assets are safe and sound with us. Our team and I will provide timely updates. DOJ said the founders, Gan and Tang, remain at large. The charges against Gan and Tang, conspiring to violate the Bank Secrecy Act and conspiring to operate an unlicensed money transmitting business, each carry a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. What I think will probably happen is if the two founders can be found no longer at large, perhaps we'll see maybe a similar situation with like with CZ over Binance. And CZ ended up pleading guilty, stepping down, and basically I think he's subject to a possible 180 days in prison. Now, these are very wealthy people, and I think there is a chance that they'll probably make a deal and not see that much time at all or ever. I don't know that these individuals are even citizens of the United States, so as far as I know, I don't know that they're required to come to the U.S. I mean, Kucoin is a Seychelles registered company, right? So if these individuals are not U.S. citizens, yes, they might have a hard time, getting their money or operating in finance or doing anything else around the world, as long as the U.S. does have the kind of hold it has on the banking system on the world of finance. However, if I'm not mistaken, not being U.S. citizens, they're not really subject to U.S. laws unless they want to come to the U.S. and say that they're guilty. So this article doesn't talk about where they're from. It does say here that Tuesday's crackdown on Kucoin marks the second time U.S. prosecutors have charged crypto exchanges with failing to maintain a solid AML program. In November 2023, crypto exchange Binance pleaded guilty and agreed to pay $4 billion. Exchange's former CEO Changpeng Zhao is currently awaiting sentencing. I don't think Changpeng Zhao is a U.S. citizen. I might be wrong about that. And I think Changpeng Zhao's deal might be otherwise known as CZ. I think his deal might actually give us just some visibility on what might happen to the other individuals here. So what I'm more interested in, as opposed to how this deal plays out, I'm more interested in whether or not I want to buy some Kucoin, because I think it's on sale. So let's take a quick look here. So here's Kucoin chart, and I drew a line. Article actually came out, right? So Kucoin did take a dive. I don't know if any news came out about Kucoin prior to yesterday, so it may be that this move down was just a result of that, and this move down before that occurred earlier in March might have had more to do with the market itself, unless there was some other news that came out ahead of time. It might have been that I missed it. Either way, this is a substantial drop. We're looking at a fall in price from about $14.50 down to the current price of $11.50, so it is a 20% drop. It is significant, but in the current market, we have seen such drops. Bitcoin itself dropped about 17%. The prior move down that we noticed actually was a 23% drop, and that is commensurate with Bitcoin's drop after its all-time high, so I believe that's why we saw this first move down. Of course, this is fresh news. The current 17% move down drop might not be done, but KuCoin is continuing to operate. I haven't heard of any people having any issues getting their money out. Obviously, I don't think their funds are frozen or anything like that. A lot of people with KuCoin are operating just by sending crypto in and out, so I don't know that they have any issues with getting actual fiat money, anything like that. I'd imagine they're going to continue to operate. They say their funds are safe, and I haven't heard anybody complaining about KuCoin. Of course, I don't use KuCoin. I'm not allowed to, but so far I haven't heard any problems, and I'm pretty sure the news articles would tell us if there were issues getting money out of KuCoin. So the real question is it going to be like Binance and continue to operate? Well, let's take a look at what happened with Binance, and let's see if we can make kind of a basic template as to what might happen KuCoin. Okay, so I drew a line here based on two bits of news. First of all, we had the initial news come out back in June of 2023, and that was the news of the initial court case. Price drop. It dropped about 28%, so in line, more or less, with the recent drop of KuCoin, actually a little bit more, but KuCoin might not be done dropping. So we looked at a 30% drop, and then during the sentencing, I believe, this next line here, it continued to drop a little bit, but there was some bearishness in the market at that time as well in 2023, so it could have also in part been due to that. But we did see a little bit of a drop in sentencing as well. We're looking at 20 and 30%. So KuCoin is on the path to hitting that similar percentage, and I think I would probably hold off on buying KuCoin until I saw some kind of a bit of a trough, right? A bit of an accumulation, and then a pop back up, because both these circumstances had that kind of price action, right? Binance, we had price drop down, trough out. In this case, really trough out, but I think, again, part of that had to do with the rest of the market. And then again, you had a drop and a trough and then a pop up. And this took a few weeks for that trough to occur, right? It went from, say, 23rd November up until early mid-December before price started to recover. So we do have time to watch KCS and see if it creates one of these similar troughs. And if we were to timeline that, of course, we're in a very bullish time in the market, so that could have an effect on things. It might happen quicker, but you're looking at something like this going through April. So I would look to see if there is a bottoming type pattern, even if it's a little bit of a shorter period of time because of the bullishness in the market as compared to the Binance scenario, maybe less than a few weeks or maybe just a few weeks. And if KuCoin starts to look pretty strong, and if we don't hear any bad news, it might be worth a little bit of a risk to get KuCoin at a 20-some-odd% discount. Now, given that it already was up to $15 and it's only fallen 20 and may only fall 30%, it's not like it's a huge gain, but it is an exchange token and it's a big exchange. It's a very well oft-used exchange. I imagine they're going to continue to operate, so putting like a small bet on there might compound the gains, right? If price drops a little bit lower but doesn't really break this $9, $10 area, swiping it up at $10, I mean, it might go back up. You might get instant or like relatively short-term 50% gains. So that's just my trading look on KCS. I hope that this helps. Again, we're going to have to keep an eye on the news on this one. Really watch the news to see if KuCoin has any issues with liquidity. Obviously, KuCoin itself is being indicted, so that exchange might have to pay a fine as well. And this kind of stuff takes time. So I would look for that bottoming formation, look for a little bit of pop-up, and then that might be the time to take the risk. We'll see about it. I haven't purchased any yet. I haven't made any serious plans to do it, but this is a possibility. All right, well, I hope this helps. Come on over to algofactory.tech. We teach people how to develop their own trading method, and with that method, they may be able to extract money out of the market by trading. It might be once a day, once a week, once a month. It might be any combination of those things. We love doing it. It's a lot of fun. We're over at algofactory.tech. In the meantime, trade your job, upgrade your life. We'll see you on the next one.